Forget all those old stories about prospectors panning for gold in some river. We are living in a brand new gold rush, right now. But the treasure, it isn't buried in the ground. It's literally all around us. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to stake your claim.
I want you to really let that sink in for a second. Every time you think of a boring spreadsheet or some clunky database, I want you to start seeing stacks of cash. Seriously, because data, you see, it's not just a collection of facts and figures anymore. It is a powerful asset. It's a new kind of currency that's driving our entire modern economy.
So that's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? If this treasure is everywhere, how do you actually get your hands on it? How do you separate the valuable golden nuggets from all the digital dirt? Well, that is exactly what we are about to dive into.
Okay, so first things first, we've got to understand the landscape. This isn't about some far-off, impossible-to-reach resource. This new digital gold, it's being generated constantly, like right in front of our eyes.
Just think about it for a minute. Every single time a customer buys a product or clicks on an ad or even just browses a website, they're leaving behind this trail of digital breadcrumbs. And that trail, that's data. It's a massive, untapped resource that's just packed with clues about what people really want and what they're going to do next.
Now look, no prospector ever struck it rich with just their bare hands, right? They needed tools. They needed a map to tell them where to even look, and they needed a shovel to start digging. In our digital gold rush, it is exactly the same.
And this right here, this is your map and your shovel, all rolled into one. Data analytics sounds complicated, but it's really just the skill of looking at all that raw data and finding the story hidden inside. It's all about discovering those patterns, those trends that unlock the value that's just waiting beneath the surface.
And the really great news is the tools for this are more accessible than they've ever been. You can think of something like Google Data Studio or Power BI as your map. They let you create these really cool visual dashboards, like a chart showing sales trends over the last year. But then you've got something like Python, which is kind of like your high-powered shovel. It lets you dig way deeper to answer really complex questions, like predicting which customers are most likely to buy a new product next month.
All right, so you've got the resource and you've got the tools. But how do you actually turn all of this into real, tangible value? How do you get from data to dollars? Well, the process is probably a lot simpler than you think.
It really just boils down to the simple three-step process. First, you gather your data. This could be sales figures from your own business or maybe public data about user behavior. Second, you analyze it using the tools we just talked about to find those hidden patterns. And finally, you profit. Now, this could mean making a smarter business decision that saves you thousands of dollars, or it could even mean packaging your insights and selling them to other people as a freelancer.
And this is where you can really see the payoff. I mean, developing these skills makes you incredibly valuable in today's market. You see a huge boost in employability because, let's face it, companies are desperate for people who can do this. If you run a business, you get these incredible insights that put you way ahead of the competition. And, like we just saw, it can absolutely lead to direct financial gain through all sorts of new opportunities.
So we've seen the gold, we've seen the tools, and we've seen the path to actually making money from it. Now the question becomes, where do you fit into all of this? Because this isn't just something for big corporations. There's a claim here for absolutely everyone to stake.
If there's one thing you remember from all of this, let it be this. Data is the asset. It's like a plot of land that might have gold buried under it, but it's pretty much worthless until you start digging. Analytics? That's the skill. That's what shows you where to dig and turns all that raw potential into real profit.
And that leaves us with one last, really important question. Every single day, you are creating data. Your business is creating data. This digital gold rush is happening right now, whether you participate in it or not. So the only question left is, are you going to be the one holding the shovel, or are you going to let someone else dig for the gold that is right there, right under your feet?